A new ranked season has started, so as always I want to provide a few builds to make your climb to master rank a bit easier. In this video, compared to the ones I did in the past seasons, I have many more builds listed, so you're guaranteed to find something you're going to enjoy playing. First, we're going to start with attacker Pokemon. Of course, we have to talk about a Dragapult, currently a very strong Pokemon. Already people love complaining about the Phantom Force build. So we have Phantom Force with Shadow Ball, going for Muscle, Scope, and Charging Charm. It's also Rapid Fire Scarf is also totally fine. Rapid Fire Scarf makes you stronger outside of your Phantom Force attack speed, while this gives you more burst, meaning you can get resets a bit easier. And also with this, Phantom Force getting more attack damage throughout the entire game by getting KOs. Also, this one gets very strong with it. And then we can either go eject button. I think X attack is kind of greedy because you can go down very fast. I kind of still want to run eject button. You're very squishy still, and if you don't have a support in your team, I would recommend eject button. Full heal is also totally fine. And then there's a second build as well, where we have Dragon Dance with Dragon Breath, with the same build right here, but going full heal, which is also, I made a video about it earlier if you want to check it out. This is also super fun. If you don't like Phantom Force, this will also be super good. And for emblems, 6 brown, 6 white, either crit or no crit. Up next, we still have Mewtwo Y as one of the stronger attacker in the game currently, with either Future Sight or Side Strike and Teleport, going for Muscle, Rapid Fire, Scarf, Spoon. X attack is an excellent Pokemon, very strong, does a lot of teamfight damage with its Unite move. And for emblems, I would recommend going for 7 red and 4 white. Then one of my favorite Pokemon on the current patch is Venusaur. With Giga Drain and Solar Beam, you can also go Sludge Bomb. So depending on what the enemies have, if they have a lot of ranged Pokemon where you don't feel like threatened by, you can go Sludge Bomb. Otherwise, you're going to go for Giga Drain and then Solar Beam with Energy Amplifier, Choice Specs. We have a Slick Spoon and an Eject Button, because we have no mobility, we need Eject Button. And then for emblems, we're going to run 7 black and 6 green. Mew got nerfed on the latest patch, but doesn't matter what, I think it's an excellent attacker Pokemon. You just have to play less Solar Beam and go more into Electro Ball. So Coaching Electro Ball or Light Screen Electro Ball is still absolutely top tier as well. You can still play Light Screen Solar Beam. Just make sure you don't use your Solar Beam without Light Screen, because then it actually does 0 damage now. And still Spoon, Wise Glasses, Choice Specs, Eject Button, and then 7 black and 6 green emblems. Inteleon, another nerf Pokemon that is still totally fine. We can either play Acrobatics, Liquidation, or Face Stinger, Snipe Shot. This even didn't get nerfed all too much. Just a bit of Special Attack or nerfed of Inteleon, so this is still a super strong build. And we go for the same items in this build, doesn't matter what we play. Spoon, Wise Glasses, and Choice Specs with an eject button. I think nothing else really makes any sense. And then for emblems, you can either play 7 black and 6 green, which is totally fine, or you go for 6 green and a full special attack page if you play for this one. Otherwise, just straight up again, 7 black, 6 green, the standard. Then we have Icicle Speed Glaceon with Ice Shard, which is also still excellent, can be played even in the bot path, can be played in central area. For items, I like Slick Spoon and Vice Glass, and for the last one, it can be Muscle Band, Energy Amplifier. Both are totally fine, whatever you prefer. I like Muscle Band because you stay auto-attack a lot, also helps us rip objectives even faster, but Energy Amplifier is also a very strong item, just burst someone down in your Unite move Icicle Spear combo. And then for battle item, you have multiple options. You can go for Eject Button, you can go for X Speed, or you can go for Shedinja Doll. All of them are totally fine. And also 7 black and 6 green emblems. Up next, we have a buffed attacker, which is Cramorant. Cramorant now has Spell Vamp. Already made a video about this one as well if you want to check it out. This means now that everything Cramorant does heals, except for normal basic attacks. So boost auto attack heal, dive heals, the dive boost auto attack heals, Unite move heals, air slash heals even more. After level 9 though, so you have to get to level 9 first. I don't know if this is going to be shown right here, I don't think so, because it doesn't have Spell Vamp. But after level 9, you gain 12.5% Spell Vamp, and that makes this build very strong, because you actually have some sustain now. And for items, I like Spoon, Energy Amplifier, Body Barrier, playing around the Unite move. This can also be a Choice Specs or something else you want, or Focus Band. Body Barrier is replaceable with other special attack items or other defense items. Even this could be probably good. The Resonant Guard could even be probably good in this build as well. And for better item, I always play Eject Button, because it allows you to reposition your Unite move quite easily. But Shedinja Doll is also a quite fine choice. Same for Potion. You might think, yeah, Potion, but Potion also a fine choice. And X attack as well. But I do like Eject Button the most. And also 7 black and 6 green emblems. And for the final attacker on this list, I want to recommend some Veil and Gleam. Ninetales very strong again after the latest buff to Veil. we now run Muscle Band, Rapid Fire Scuff, and Spoonstill, same items as before, with either Eject Button or X Attack. X Attack is strong, but it feels very greedy, so if you don't have frontline or support, I would always recommend Eject Button, just so you're able to also Unite Move in with Unite Move Eject Button into the enemy team, but also have some sort of defense in case something goes wrong. And for emblems, we're going to run 7 red and 4 white emblems. Heading into the all-rounders now. First, of course, Zacian got a buff in the latest patch, which could still be a bug as well, but doesn't matter what, even with the nerf version, it's still one of the best all-rounders in the game. Sacred Sword Agility, very straightforward, with Muscle Band, Scope Lens, and Eject Button. I think you could also try, you can also replace Muscle Band with either Razor Claw, or maybe even the new item Charging Charm, but I haven't tested it yet too much. And for emblems, you just go 6 brown, 6 white. If you run Scope Lens, you can go crit emblems, but you don't really have to either. Mewtwo X is also still an excellently strong Pokemon with a Size Strike and Recover. Future Sight is also totally fine. And we go Muscle Band, Weakness Policy, Focus Band. You can also play other items, but I feel like, so Muscle Band, the attack speed doesn't work during the Mega Evolution, but it still helps you build up your Mega Gauge. And farming on this Pokemon, it takes a long time. If you try to hit white Pokemon, you're not Mega Evolved, it takes a long time. And Muscle Band just helps you clear jungle Pokemon, white Pokemon much, much faster. And then we have full heal, and it's just a classic 6 brown, 6 white emblem page. I would always recommend Garchomp, super fun Pokemon, very strong in solo queue as well. It can farm super well. It can go either central or top or bot path. And we go for Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw still. I do not like ground. If you want to win games, this is the build to go for, with Muscle Band, Rapid Fire Scuff, and Scope Lens. And can't forget about Eject Button. The new item, Charging Charm, could also be quite fine, but I'm not sure what to replace. I feel like all these items do quite a lot of damage for Garchomp, so you can either remove maybe Rapid Fire Scuff or Scope Lens for Charging Charm if you want to try it out. I haven't tried it myself, and I've talked to Garchomp players who probably also say that these items just outvalue it. And of course, 6 brown, 6 white emblems. Can go for crit, cannot go for crit, it doesn't really matter. The next all-rounder, Trenata, I would only recommend playing in central area, as top and bot can be quite rough and solo queue to get experience with. Unless you have an XP share support in the same lane, you can, I guess, go for it. So only if you have an XP share defender in path, in the same one that you are going to, you can place in path, otherwise always in central, with the Dark Pulse and Ancient Power the best build. I like Rapid Fire Scuff, you don't have to play, this can also be Muscle Band or Focus Band, with Weakness Policy and Attack Rate, and X-Speed as the Eject Button, and just a classic 6 brown, 6 white emblem page. Mimikyu got nerfed, but it's still quite a strong Pokemon, I would for sure say. We're going to have, I'm going to change this item very fast, Play Rough and Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Claw is also totally fine, both of these work. Against squishier team comps, Play Rough is better. Against more tankier team comps, Shadow Claw is better. So you can always decide, you know, loading into the game, which one you want to play. Both are totally fine and very strong still. And then we have Attack Rate, Razor Claw, and the new charging item. You can also play your Muscle Band or Focus Band stuff, Attack Rate or Weakness Policy if you don't want to go for stacking. Also totally fine. This one, of course, has great synergy with Shadow Sneak, but if you go for Shadow Claw, maybe I would still just run this build right here as well. But if you want to have an overall strong build, you can also just go this, and this build will be good pretty much with any ability you're going to choose. So, a lot of hate items you can try out, and in the end, all of them are going to do quite a lot of work. For battle item, you can go either full heal, X-Speed, or Shedinja Doll. All of those are very strong, even Eject Button, also fine. So, yeah, Eject Button, X-Speed, Shedinja Doll, or full heal. All of them are good, and then 6 brown, 6 white emblems. Shocking, I know. Buzzfall got a small buff in the latest patch that makes the Superpower Smackdown combo a bit more consistent. So it's a very strong Pokemon. Currently dominates pro play as well, or tournaments, pretty much almost picked in every single game with the Superpower Smackdown build with Muscle Band, Attack Rate. I like Floatstone, but you can also run Charging Charm, you can run Focus Band, you can run Weakness Policy. All of those are totally fine last items. I just like Floatstone because it allows me to roam and solo queue a lot and also catch up to targets easier to start my combo. And then better item Eject Button and also 6 brown, 6 white emblems. Second to last all-rounder, I still like recommending Azumarill. I think it's an excellent ranked Pokemon with Aqua Tail and Water Pulse. It's very self-efficient, which means you can do a lot of things on your own without having to rely on your team. Attack Rate, Scope Lens, and for the last item, I currently actually play off Drain Crown, but I might be totally copiering up. That's actually a good item. You can also just play Muscle Band. Instead, you can play Focus Band, you can play Weakness Policy, you can play Energy Amplifier, you can probably even play Charging Charm, even though I don't think, I mean, it's probably also totally fine. Like this third item slot can be pretty much any damage item you want to go for. For battle item, either go for X Speed or Full Heal, and then 6 brown, 6 white emblems. As we head into the last round of this list, which should be played in central area only, which is Dragon Dance and Hyper Beam Dragon Knight, I think it's quite the hidden gem. that a lot of people don't realize that is actually quite strong, especially in solo queue as well. We go for Muscle, Razor Claw, and third item as well right here can be pretty much anything. Actually, only Muscle Band's really given. You can play either Razor Claw or Scope Lens. You can even play both in the same build. You can go for Scope Lens Focus Band. You can go for Razor Claw Focus Band. You can go for Razor Claw and Charging Charm. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do on this Pokemon. Just make sure you have Muscle Band, either Razor Claw or Scope Lens, and then the other one can be the second crit item, Charging Charm or Focus Band. And then for battle item, we're just going to run full here because we want to make sure that we can't get stunned before Hyper Beam comes out. Of course, you're unstoppable during Hyper Beam charging, but before you don't want to get stunned, you know, you want to get your Hyper Beam out. And then for emblems, 6 brown, 6 white, either going for crit with Scope Lens or just going for the normal page without Scope Lens. Time for the Speedster builds, and Dodrio still is currently the best Speedster in the entire game. For sure, with a Drill Peck and Jump Kick and the new item Charging Charm, just makes it do even more burst damage and also fills up very fast for Dodrio. And of course, the move speed it provides is also quite a nice side effect of this item. With Attack Weight and Razor Claw, you can also play Floats instead of Razor Claw if you want to go for a bit of more move speed even, but not really necessary. Razor Claw just still gives you a bit more burst damage, but you can do whatever you want. Then the battle item Full Heal, and also 6 brown, 6 white emblems. Zoroark, we have Feint Attack and Shadow Claw. Still an excellent build. Also tried the Charging Charm in this one. It works very well with Feint Attack. Also gives us a bit more burst damage, which allows us to take down targets. If you don't want to play this, you can also still go for Cookie, or you can go for, you know, Attack Weight, Cookie, and the new item. Totally fine. Battle item Full Heal. And of course, also 6 brown, 6 white emblems. So yeah, this is quite nice. I mean, we have a lot of mobility. Again, this charges up on dashes. And sometimes after Zoroark got nerfed, you sometimes just didn't have enough damage to take someone down. And this just gives you that bit of extra burst damage, again, that allows you to take targets down. And then I think we're already at the last Speedster. Now we have 2 more Speedsters with Leafeon now. I think Solar Blade with Charging Charm makes an excellent combo that kind of brings Leafeon straight back into the meta, I think, and makes it a quite powerful pick in ranked, especially in, you know, top or bot path, because you can just last it. So Dodrio you can play in mid or top. This one you can also play top or mid or bot, doesn't really matter. Same for Leafeon. You can play these Pokemon pretty much anywhere you want. Gonna run Attack Weight, Energy Amplifier, and just dropping Body Barrier for Charging Charm now, and also Eject Button for a battle item. And all these Pokemon, of course, 6 brown, 6 white emblems. As we head into the last Speedster, this one might be a bit controversial, but I've had a lot of success with this, and I also have a lot of fun playing this, which is the Pursuit Sucker Punch build with a Charging Charm, Scope Lens, Razor Claw. And this is the only one of the Speedsters that runs crit emblems, so 6 brown, 6 white, and 8 of those will be crit. Try to find the ones that are at least silver. Bronze will be pretty much useless, so there's a big difference. So just try to go for some silver crit emblems, but still try to get 6 brown and 6 white in. I personally love Shedinja Doll a lot. I think it allows you to kinda, in case you get bursted down by something, because Absol is quite vulnerable to just getting point and clicked on. It allows you to dodge certain things, especially something like Liquidation, Icicle Spear. But you can also just play Eject Button or Full Heal, of course. All of them are totally fine. And now there's one more Speedster. I've been doing so many bits in this video, I already forgot there's one more Speedster. Talonflame is also something I still have to make a video about. Fly Flame Charge with Charging Charm is also absolutely amazing. It's that burst that, you know, you might have not had before towards your combo. And also, of course, Talonflame is quite fast around in team fights, which means it's always going to be charged up quite fast with Razor Claw and either Attack Weight or Float Stone. If you don't want to stack, you can go Float Stone. If you want to stack, you can go for Attack Weight, Eject Button, and 6 brown and 6 white emblems. Heading into the defender builds right now, and there's one build that currently dominates the game, which is Blastoise with Hydro Pump and Surf. Defender is also quite strong now because of the Resonant Guard item. Also going to play this on Blastoise instantly with Muscle Band and Slick Spoon. You can also play maybe Focus Band instead of Muscle Band if you don't enjoy Muscle Band. And you can also play XP Share. You can also do something like this right here. There's a lot of different item combinations you can do. Just make sure you play Resonant Guard, and then you either play XP Share, Muscle Band, or Spoon, or Focus Band. One of those, 2 of those 4 items should be something you should be aiming for. And then we also, of course, run Eject Button and 6 white and 6 green emblems. Trussel is still a hidden gem, I would say, for sure, when it comes to all the defender Pokemon. Rock Tomb X's is a very strong, it might look like a niche build, but currently it's actually super good and something I can 100% recommend. I'm going to play Resonant Guard, XP Share, and Focus Band in this build. It's more of supportive defender, so if your teammates are bad, it's going to be hard to win on this, but you can set up a lot of things. Eject Button, 6 brown, and 6 white emblems. I also played a lot of Lapras already on this patch with Resonant Guard, also absolutely amazing with a Spoon, Special Specs, Water Pulse, and Ice Beam. I would always play this combination now. Nothing else I really like all too much. You can also replace Special Specs if you don't like stacking with either the Curse Incense item or a Focus Band, also totally fine, but Special Specs does increase your damage of Ice Beam and Water Pulse by a good amount. X Speed, and then of course 6 white and 6 green emblems. Can't forget about Slowbro either. I think Surf Amnesia is still the best build currently for Slowbro with XP Share, Focus Band, and Resonant Guard. If you don't like XP Share because it's painful to play with in solo queue, you can also go for a Muscle Band, a Spoon, or a Choice Specs, also totally fine replacements if you really just do not enjoy playing XP Share in solo queue, which is understandable. It can be pretty painful sometimes, especially on your way to Master Rank, but XP Share is just the best item in the entire game. Focus Band, Resonant Guard with Eject Button, and also 6 white and 6 green emblems. Trevenant, still a Pokemon I really like a lot as well. Also very good Resonant Guard user with Wood Hammer, Horn Leech. I'm still like Attack Rate Cookie the most. You can also play XP Share on this Pokemon if you really want to, but Attack Rate Cookie is quite nice. You can even maybe try a full max HP build like Buddy, Cookie, and Resonant Guard to even get more shielding out. Can also be quite good, but I do like Attack Rate just to make my Wood Hammer deal a bit more damage, but it's not necessary. You can also go Weakness Policy if you don't want to stack for this, or maybe something like this could also be totally fine if you just do not enjoy stacking whatsoever. This is also totally fine and viable, or any of these items for XP Share. And then we either go X Speed or Eject Button. You can decide, both of them are totally viable, with 6 brown and 6 white emblems. Umbreon as well is still a top tier build. Currently Foul Play Snarl I think is still the best one. Mean Look is annoying, but I feel like Mean Look still doesn't really win games all too much necessarily. It kind of relies your teammates to be there, but I think Foul Play and Snarl is always very good on its own. I tried this max HP build. It feels very good with Resonant Guard, Eos Cookie, and Body Barrier with 6 brown, 6 white emblems. And the X-Speed item. You can also play XP Share if you want. As always, XP Share instead of maybe this one or this one right here. You can also do a build, you know, all of these are fine. Just make sure you play the Resonant Guard. And now for the last category, we have a supporter builds. Blissey, very strong Pokemon still, Soft Boiled and Egg Bomb. You can probably also still play Safeguard Helping Hand when it comes to having a Drugger put on your team. But so far I haven't been all too impressed by it. But of course it's also, you know, when there's a basic attack Pokemon that is very strong, Safeguard and Helping Hand can be still super good. But for this build, we're going to play XP Share, Special Specs, and Body Barrier. Resonant Guard is also something you can probably play on Blissey, but I haven't tried it yet. So if you just want to be sure and safe, you can just go Body Barrier, but you can also try Resonant Guard. Resonant Guard pretty much is an item that can replace any Body Barrier or any Focus Band on pretty much any build on Defender or Supporter, maybe even All-Rounders, right? So if your Pokemon runs Focus Band or Body Barrier, you can consider Resonant Guard now as a replacement, as it's just this strong of an item. And for better item, Eject Button, X Speed, all of them are totally fine. And you can either go for 6 white, 6 green, or for 7 black and 6 green emblems. Hoopa got nerfed, but still absolutely excellent Pokemon, of course. Hyperspace Port is just a absolutely criminal of an ability. So Hyperspace, look at this text as well. Like, it's absolutely insane how much text it has. With Phantom Force, XP Share always, Muscle Band, and Resonant Guard. Another pretty strong, I would say, Resonant Guard user. Always auto-text the enemies, so we always proc. Hoopa Unbound as well has very high HP, so late game teamfights or on teamfights, it will be a huge shield also for your allies and for yourself. With either Shedinja Doll, X-Speed, Eject Button, or Full Heal. Any of those defensive items works. You can also go X-Attack, which is a bit more greedy. But yeah, I think for this bit now, if you don't run Rapid Fire Scarf, but you can still go for 7 red, 4 white. You can go for 7 black, 6 green. Or you can go for 6 white and 6 green. All of those emblem builds will totally be fine. Then Clefable is still a top tier healer as well. I mean, it didn't get any changes, right? You can either go Gravity or Follow Me. If the enemies have a lot of dive, a lot of, you know, speedsters that dash around, you go for Gravity. Otherwise, you go for Follow Me. Follow Me is also a very strong ability. Just make sure you always pick Moonlight with XP Share, Special Specs, and a Body Barrier. As for the better item, I would recommend X-Speed or Shedinja Doll. And for this one as well, 7 black, 6 green, or 6 green and 6 white emblems. 2 bits left in this video. First one gonna be some Eldegoss as well, with either Point Puff with Cotton Guard or Cotton Spore, XP Share, Muscle Band, and of course the Resonant Guard. Also an excellent item on Eldegoss now. It doesn't like people say, yeah, okay, Cotton Guard and Resonant both are shielding abilities or things to shield your allies, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. You can also play Cotton Spore. Resonant Guard just on its own is strong. It doesn't really make sense, like, just because your Pokemon has a shield doesn't make another shield item that much stronger necessarily. That has like no synergy. It's just more shielding, but you can totally play this, of course, with X-Speed as your battle item, full heal, eject button, X attack also all totally fine. And also 7 red, 4 white, or 7 black, 6 green, or 6 white, 6 greens. All of those are viable emblem builds, and it doesn't really matter which one you necessarily go for. All of them will provide very solid value. And now, this is not really a supporter, but I've been just loving Mr. Mime again with Confusion and Barrier for a full damage build, Spoon, Special Specs, and Choice Specs with the eject button. If you don't want to go for a build like this, you can also just play XP share on this, totally fine as well. Don't go for stacking. This is also a very strong build, and I think there's also a power swap build that's probably pretty good again. I just don't really know what you play in it yet. This could be very strong as well, Mr. Mime build, if you want to play it more supporty style. Spoon for last hitting on your Confusion and just for teamfight damage with XP share and the Resonant Guard. If you don't want to play XP share, I think this could also be super strong right here. Either this, or if you want to go for stacking, this right here when it comes to Confusion and power swap. And then for emblems, if you go for the full damage build in Barrier, well, if you go for this, you can just go for 6 green, a full special attack page. Otherwise, you just go for 6 green, 7 black, or 6 green, 6 white. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what your current favorite build is and which one you would recommend. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!